Sawadee Kop. April the 28th. You will never be greater than the thoughts that dominate your mind. If it's true that you become what you think about most, it follows that the quantity and quality of success you achieve in your life will be in direct proportion to the size of your thoughts. Glad you finished that out there. You didn't want to leave to the size of your ... dangling, right? You had to complete that sentence. The size of your thoughts. If you allow your mind to be dominated by trivial matters, your achievements are likely to be unimportant. Discipline yourself to think about important things. Keep up with what's new in your field and with what's going on in the world. Make a list of good ideas that you can use anytime you are searching for a creative solution to a problem. That's new. Never heard of that. Remember, small minds think about things. Great minds think about ideas. Wow. Good stuff. That's $1 million idea, I think. Robert Allen, the No Money Down guy, wrote a book about $1 million idea, and that definitely got my juices flowing at some point. I came up with a couple of inventions, but I wasn't ready to be rich at that point, which is crazy as that sounds, is true. As I talked the other day about prior to 50, just not having my shit together, enough to get rich. Well, not rich, successful, because once again, success is different for different people. So I consider myself successful because I moved to Thailand and I'm living, comfortably here and will for the next whatever years I have left. But I'm not rich. I'm not Bill Gates, or I'm not a billionaire by any means. But successful, yeah, I'd say I'm successful because I've met my goals, and of course now I have new goals. And small minds think about things. And I'd also add to that, small minds talk about people. And great minds think about ideas, and great minds talk about business and opportunity and success and things like that too. So, keep up with what's new in your field. That's networking we talked about. Get around other people who are successful. Find out what they're doing. Pick their brains. And, in the world too, just a good, because remember I talked about my first Yellowbird meeting and how Kyle and Pat had got a guy from a think tank who was paid to think, and he talked about how he felt technology was going to impact us in the world, but specifically in real estate, and some of the things you could do now to prepare yourself and position yourself for the inevitable technological advances like electric. He talked about, and God, it must have been April 2019, I want to say, he talked about electric cars. I went to the car show in Bangkok this year, last month, and every manufacturer had this stupid little stand with the little charging station next to it. EV, electronic vehicles or electric vehicles was a thing, definitely. Even Lexus had like an electric SUV. They're pumping out. Once again, not having been in America for a year, I don't know if they have them there, but they're putting them out here. They're pumping them here. I remember when I went to Amsterdam in 2017, 18. Jesus Christ, I really don't remember. The taxi cabs at the airport were only allowed to operate as taxi cabs if they were electric vehicles. That was Amsterdam's nod towards getting green and clean. And once again, that was at least 2 years ago, if not 3. So this guy said, hey, EV is happening. Think about how it impacts you, gas stations and things like that. And he went on to talk about 3D printers and how that's going to change big box stores, and it really, really interesting. Like I said, thought-provoking. Got my mind going. Which I thanked Kyle and Pat profusely for bringing a guy like that in. It's friggin' Jack's Ria had Lou Brown for the 50th time, and here Kyle and Pat bringing in a guy from a friggin' think tank and talking about technology. It was just a whole different deal. Very cool. And I just saw on Facebook this morning, Kyle announced that they're going to go back to their monthly meetings finally. in June. So I'm super excited about that. Jacksonville needs Yellowbird. It really does. Well, if what's Rhea doing, what's the little old lady who's money crazy doing, I don't know. I don't care. Jacksonville needs Yellowbird because Kyle and Pat get it, and the old lady doesn't. So I'm very happy that's coming back in June, and I wish them continued success because they're awesome guys and they're doing it for the right reason. And I know that thing is going to keep growing. Just before the lockdowns happened, I mean, there were, I think, pulling 300 people, and they were getting a new venue because it was growing and growing and growing. I mean, I could see them pulling 500. And Rhea, and it's in wildest imagination and hopes for the money greedy lady, it's never, ever, ever going to hit 500 people, ever. And it's because of the way she thinks, and she's running it. So that's an example of, I don't want to say good versus evil, but greedy versus helpful. And Kyle and Pat are helpful. They're going to succeed, every time. Every time it works. I've seen it happen a million times, and I'll see it happen again. So that's great news for Jacksonville. Yellowbird coming back June. Look, follow their page. Look for them on their Facebook page and follow them, and you'll get all the announcements of where and when, what the venue is, what time, all that good stuff. You won't regret it. That's the place to be if you're a real estate investor, realtor, contractor, roofer guy, whatever. If you're involved in real estate at all, you need to be at Yellowbird in June when that comes back out. If I see the announcements, on the page or whatever, I'll announce it here in my videos. So that's it for today. Once again, good stuff from Napoleon. He's not letting us down. He's dropping nuggets, and if you absorb them and use them, you will be better off for it.